There are moments in sport that we all remember. Scenes from history etched in our minds. Olympic achievements, dramatic cup finals, feats of human endurance, records being broken. Now, here in Vienna, Austria, INEOS is looking to add to that list as Eliud Kipchoge prepares to break the 2-hour marathon barrier and redefine the limits of human possibility. As always, INTV is on location to bring you the story behind this incredible challenge. Project 159. Coming up on this special edition of INTV, Project 159 is a unique sporting event and becoming a global sports phenomenon. But who is behind it all? INTV looks at the story behind INEOS's sporting ambition.
Part of the INEOS philosophy is to encourage people to take on more.
We bring you up to speed on the who, what, where, when and how of Project 159, your one-stop guide to the event itself.
I think both science and natural running formations are super important, and I think there's a really good blend between both.
And we've got exclusive trackside coverage as the greatest marathon runner in history tries to break that elusive 2-hour barrier. Project 159 was announced in May this year, and since then there's been a huge amount of planning and training and testing to get to where we are now. As you can see, this is a huge event shared around the world, but there's only one company behind it, and at INTV we know why they're doing it.
Ever heard of INEOS? Founded in 1998, they are now one of the biggest companies in the world. How does that relate to Project 159? Well, their success is built upon a culture of grit, determination, teamwork, and the love of a good challenge. This ethos means that sport is everywhere in INEOS, from the top down to the grassroots. In 2016, INEOS launched a program for its brand new graduates unlike any other. New hires are given the opportunity to take part in the toughest grad scheme out there, in NAM.
Part of the INEOS philosophy is to encourage people to take on more. We wanted to make it a proper challenge. It wasn't to be a walk in the park, but something which people would feel at the end of the trip they'd really, accomplished something personally.
But it's not just the new recruits that are encouraged to get involved in this sports culture. The company runs its own Tour de INEOS, where employees try to match the kilometres cycled by the pros in the Tour de France. With 20,000 staff across the world buying into this culture, INEOS wanted to promote it further than just internally. To that end, early in 2019, Team Sky, the most successful cycling team of all time, became Team INEOS. And with Team INEOS winning the Tour de France in their first year, it's a partnership that already looks like a great fit. But the INEOS sports stable isn't just about one sport. It's about the ethos, the drive, the determination, the challenge. And there aren't many challenges that come bigger than the America's Cup. The holy grail of sailing. It was invented by the British. It's been fought over for 168 years, and the home nation have never won it. INEOS's passion and ambition for all things sporting doesn't stop there. With Swiss football team Lausanne Sport already part of the INEOS family, there was another addition earlier this year. In August, INEOS announced its acquisition of OGC Nice, one of France's oldest football teams. In just 4 years, INEOS has taken its philosophy into a new arena and has become a sports brand to be reckoned with. But its legacy stretches even further. Beyond the football, sailing, cycling and feats of endurance, there is a focus on the future. Back in 2013, INEOS set up a charity to promote the benefit of health and activity for children. To date, 290,000 kids have taken part in Go Run for Fun events. They also support the Daily Mile, a simple, effective scheme that gets kids active during their school day. There are 10,000 schools and 2 million children signed up and taking part globally. And this leads us back to Project 159. A unique test of one man, but designed and promoted to inspire others and challenge the status quo. A perfect fit for the INEOS philosophy.
It's that INEOS drive that brings us to where we are now, with just hours to go until the start gun is fired. But just in case you haven't been able to keep up with everything, here's our quick guide to everything you need to know about Eliud and Project 159.
2 hours. What can you do in 2 hours? How about change history? 1896. Spiridon Luis won the first marathon race in Greece. Time, 2 hours, 58 minutes and 50 seconds. Now, 123 years later, one man is on the verge of running under 2 hours. That man is Eliud Kipchoge. An Olympian, a gold medalist, the current world record holder, Eliud is the fastest marathon runner of all time.
Eliud is the best marathon runner that there's ever been, and he's still getting better.
Raised on a farm in Kenya, now he's a sporting legend. But he hasn't forgotten his humble roots. Back in his homeland, he lives simply and follows a strict training routine that fuels his desire to win. No human is limited. That's what the 159 challenge is all about. It's about that one small step for man, never thinking it's all over. This is about how far a human can go.
It will be, first of all, an incredible moment in history, and I think like all incredible moments in history, when you put a man on the moon or when they run the 4-minute mile, ultimately that inspires people.
He's the only man in the world that can break 2 hours, or ever has been, frankly. It's probably the greatest sporting challenge that's left, certainly in anything involving endurance or athletics.
It won't be like other marathons. It will just be Eliud racing against the clock. INEOS have brought together experts from the world of athletics and sports science to help Eliud break the 2-hour barrier.
I think both science and natural running formations are super important, and I think there's a really good blend between both.
The team will be looking to give him every advantage, so every detail matters, from footwear to wind speed.
We've done a lot of testing in the science labs, the aerodynamic testing, the wind tunnel testing, that ensures that Eliud gains the biggest advantage from the protection of the pacers around him.
The pacemakers are some of the world's elite athletes, winners in their own right.
The pacemakers are critical for Eliud's success because they provide a way to mitigate the aerodynamic drag for Eliud.
Some of those already train closely with Eliud and part of Eliud's team. Some of them are also very strong track athletes.
But the interesting thing is that none of these runners would be able to maintain that pace, and so they have to rotate in and out in order to support him.
We have 2 pace cars that are specifically engineered to guide the pacers into their drafting formation. And we want to do that in a way that the athletes behind it perceive that it's a natural acceleration pattern, and that they understand when the car is actually achieving the pace that will then need to be sustained through the rest of the race.
To bring all of this together, they need a course to run on.
One of the absolutely key components for Eliud and for his psychology when he's running is to have fans around him, have people cheering, have a crowd. We wanted this to be a big city marathon, and Vienna was able to offer us all of that.
The course will start on the Roixbrook Bridge, then finish with 4 laps in Crater Park. The weather's good, it's flat, and it's scenic.
My mind is that I'm going to do it. So my heart and my mind is on 159.
So, we have a world-class team, a perfect course tested and ready, and we also have the greatest marathon runner there's ever been.
There's been a lot of build-up to this moment. The roads are closed, the paces are set, and the cameras are ready to record a moment of sporting history. The world will be watching, and all eyes are on one man. Good luck, Eliud.
15 seconds.
We have liftoff. Apollo Kipchoge is up and away.
It is 8:15 on the 12th of October 2019. Eliud Kipchoge has just set off from the Reichsbruck Bridge in Vienna to attempt something many thought was impossible. To achieve success, Eliud needs to consistently run 2 minutes 50 seconds per kilometre for 42 kilometres. That's faster than most people can sprint. Eliud has 41 paces to give him a marginal aerodynamic advantage. Running in sync, their formation has been tested to provide Eliud with maximum protection.
The drop-in, drop-out function or system is going to be absolutely key, so we'll be making sure that we talk you through that. But essentially, in terms of formation, it's 2 at the front, 2 behind them, then the captain, Eliud, of course, in the white, right at the heart of it, and then the 2 wingmen behind.
The route is a 9.6 kilometre circuit of the Hauptallee. There are no corners, but there are plenty of spectators, which has been a big factor in the track selection and the start time.
Let's just enjoy these pictures. I think Ed had said, let's just enjoy history unfolding here before our very eyes.
The temperature is 9 degrees and wind speeds are around 1 metre per second. Eliud's performance team see the conditions as perfect for a successful attempt. Currently, Eliud is predicted to finish just under 2 hours. It's all down to him now.
He's going to do it. He's
right
going.
there. Just tell him to move away.
Come on, he says. Come on, this is it. Shalane, a final thought from you.
This is incredible. Eliud's performance is such a gift to the world. His running is a gift to all of us.
Amazing scenes here in Vienna, an incredible achievement. Just going to see if I can catch a quick word with the chairman. Eliud's just made history. Jim, what do you think?
I think it's off the charts, really. Off the scale, I can't believe it. I mean, the guy's superhuman. Extraordinary. And 20 seconds inside.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that last kilometre. We'll never forget that last kilometre he ran on his own, without the paces. Oh, and he looked so serene, doesn't he? So in control. Yeah. And he accelerated at the end. How does he do that?
Unbelievable.
All
right. Thank you, Jim.
All right.
Eliud has done it. An amazing achievement and a historic moment in sport. Thanks for watching and tune in next time for more INTV.
I just saw Eliud Kipchoge run into the history books. Quite remarkable. I think this event will inspire others, and I think it will inspire Daily Mile children across the world, and I think that's really important.
We started this in 11th of December, I think it was, in Yelcho in Argentina. And it started off with Jim saying, let's go for it. And it's possible, and there's one guy who can do it, it's Eliud. So very happy for the whole team, but very much for Eliud.
I think like everybody else, it was quite an emotional moment, wasn't it? You know, quite something to be here and just a joy to witness.
When I was asked if I would get involved in the INEOS 159 challenge, I absolutely leapt at the chance. I mean, who would not want to be involved in a sporting event like this, where, you know, potentially history could be made and has been made?
The Road Japan Star met yesterday in 1954. It took another 63 years. I tried and I did not get. Now it's 65 years. I have tried. I'm the happiest man to run under 2 hours in order to inspire many people, to tell people that no human is limited. You can do it. I'm expecting more of the athletes in this all of the world to run under 2 hours after today.